And a very good afternoon, basketball fans. Welcome to Dandenong Stadium as round 5 of the WNBL season continues. This afternoon with 33 in the green and gold of Australia, and captain of the Rangers back in the early 1990s. It's great to have the legend herself, Tracy Browning, with us. Tracy, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Steve. That's a very nice wrap. Thanks very much. Exciting stuff.
Obviously, second game of a Victorian doubleheader for the Caps last night, falling to the Bendigo Spirit 70-58, and through your very illustrious career there were a lot of double headers, whether it be the old Doomsday double or a couple of games in Sydney. Nothing worse than coming home 0-2.
No, that's right. In fact, in the olden days we had triple game road trips, so there were the old 3-game road trip to Adelaide. So, but you know, you're right, nobody wants to go home with 2 losses on a road trip, so the Canberra girls will be looking to get a good win today. Last
night it was, of course, Bendigo 70 over the Caps 58. Nia Raincock-Akunwe with 22 and 8 outstanding. Kelsey Griffin continued her fine form with 14 points and 12 boards. For the Caps, Mariana Tolo is having a fantastic return season in the competition. It's great to have her back. 19 points, 7 rebounds, and a lot of what happens this afternoon will rest on her very broad shoulders.
Absolutely right, and the matchup, the inside matchup, the inside competition is going to be a crucial one today. So we'll see if the Rangers can combat Tolo in the middle.
Lauren Scherf probably will get that job early in terms of the matchup defensively, so we'll keep an eye on how that unfolds. Lauren Mansfield, 16 points, 7 rebounds and 6 dimes was a good around performance from her, but the big game last night was the absolute classic up at Townsville RSL Stadium, where the reigning champs getting home in overtime. They only got to overtime because of some magic from Susie Back right on the final buzzer in regulation, but managed to hang on. Kayla Standish with 22 points, Mia Murray with 20. Susie Bakovic, 16 points, 12 boards, 4 assists. She might be in the wrong side of 35, but she just keeps getting it done, dodgy ankle and all.
Look, you're right. Look, the Townsville crowd would be quite used to seeing some Susie Bakovic magic, you know, and I'm glad they got up for the win. A great home win for them.
Leilani Mitchell with 16 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists for the Flames. Alex Wilson with 13 points. Asia Taylor with 12 points, 13 rebounds, 6 times. Linda Snell, 12 points, 8 rebounds and 5 assists. So a smaller round this one. Adelaide having the bye, just the 4 games. This is the 3rd game of the 4. The 4th game, Perth and Melbourne this afternoon. Some sad news for Tanea Phillips. She's sidelined for a little while with a leg injury. Of course, Dandenong Junior. 150 games for Olivia Thompson for the Melbourne Boomers. So good luck to Olivia this afternoon. That game to tip at 5 o'clock Eastern Daylight Saving Time. They should put at 2 o'clock Western Standard Time. So that one will tip after we have finished here at Dandenong Stadium. But just looking at the ladder now for the Rangers, depending on the result between Perth and Melbourne, there is an opportunity if the Lynx get over the Boomers this afternoon for the Rangers to go a couple of games clear of the chasing pack. It would leave Bendigo, Dandenong, and if Perth were to win today at home, all on 5-2 after the opening 5 rounds of the season.
Yeah, there's not a lot separating the top 3 or 4 teams, and Dandenong's got some home games coming up after this, so depending on results at this stage, it could be looking good.
So the Rangers about to get presented to the crowd here. Nat Novosel still sidelined, which is a huge blow for the Rangers today in terms of her ability to crash the boards. The leading rebounder for the Rangers is Sarah Blitzards at just 5.5 rebounds per game, as opposed to Tolo and Ruth, who are both averaging more than 11. So that is, if Canberra's going to get the win here today, they're going to have to rebound as well as they have been.
Yeah, absolutely. The Rangers are going to have to, you know, pull a rabbit out of a hat here today to combat Tolo, who's having a great season so far. But, you know, I think we can see Tina Kennedy step in and take on a bit of that role. So it'll be interesting to see how the Rangers match up today.
So we're not too far away from tip-off. The Dandenong Rangers and the University of Canberra Capitals. We're here on Rangers Live, thanks to Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer, where the family holiday becomes a family tradition. Jayco.com.au. Don't forget you can join us through the social media channels as well. WNBL, Dandenong, Jayco Rangers, Twitter at Jayco Rangers, and The Rangers and the Caps this afternoon, the first of two meetings between these two teams in less than a week. Of course, it's off to Traralgon next Saturday night as the Rangers take it to the country, and through a quirk of the draw, the Caps and the Rangers meet once again.
Yeah, no, I'm actually looking forward to getting down to Traralgon next week. I haven't been down there to that sports centre before, so that's fantastic for Dandenong to get a home game down there. Tonight's game is exciting, and I don't think there'll be much separating these two teams.
So last night, as we said, the Caps coming down here after a 12-point loss to Bendigo. The Rangers' last game, of course, was an absolute cracker against the arch-rival, the Melbourne Boomers, at the State Basketball Centre. 69-67 after coming from the best part of 20 points down early in the contest. And Dandenong have been notorious for slow starts this year, even in games they've won, but it's something they've got to eradicate from their game.
Yeah, no, I agree. And look, I think Larissa Anderson would have been extremely pleased to be able to get back from that far down in a game like that against a quality side. So, hopefully we can eliminate those poor starts, as you say, and get off to a good one today.
So the Rangers enter this clash with a 3-2 record, or rather a 4-2 record, and lost to Bendigo. The only losses they've had this year are the two to Bendigo up there back in round 2, and then obviously last week here. So they'll be looking one to bounce back at home when Larissa Anderson has spoken about making this a fortress, as every team does, but especially here, it's a good advantage when this place is jumping.
Yeah, absolutely. When the crowd's vocal in here, you can hardly hear yourself. I'm sure that's what Larissa Anderson will be hoping for today. And you're right, every team wants their home stadium to be a fortress, and I wouldn't imagine that anybody looks forward to travelling down the freeway to Dandenong to play.
First chance to see Mariana Tolo, as you said, since she's returned to the competition, but also we get a first look at Jazz Gwathmey. Of course, played with San Antonio in the WNBL this year and averaged 3 points a game, and just finding her feet at WNBL level, and had a quick chat with her before the game, just looking forward to bouncing back. I think when you suffer a loss, the doubleheader can always be good, that you can get back on the horse very quickly and try and make up for the previous night's result.
Yeah, you're right, and you're only as good as your last game, so this is an opportunity to come out and show everybody that loss last night. This Canberra a quality side, and like you say, I'm really looking forward to watching Mariana Tolo play. It's great to have her back in the league. She's a star. Looking forward to seeing her today. And
a couple of familiar surnames, Froling and Gaze, and I suppose a bit of a throwback for you personally, Trace.
Yeah, Michelle O'Connor, Kate Gage's mother, and I played in the 1985 WNBL winning championship team with Coburg Cougars, and Michelle's in the crowd here today. I had the pleasure of being at the races with her yesterday, so it's great to see her here. And Alicia Froling's mother, Jenny Froling, and I played at Nunawading in the 1989 WNBL championship side. So yeah, a bit sentimental here for me today. It's great to see those girls out on the court.
How do you go just clocking up the reunions every so often with those 5 championships you played in?
Oh, funny you should say that. We do have a one sort of big reunion every year, which is fantastic, and it's always at the races. So, and we actually won a bit of money yesterday too, so it was a bonus. So, of course,
talking about Keely Froling, back after a couple of years from Southern Methodist Uni, or SMU, the Mustangs in the US college system. Their twin sister Alicia's still there, and younger brother Harry goes over for his freshman year. So the Frolings just taking over SMU, but Keely made the decision to come home after a sophomore year and did it in a bizarre fashion. She just put out an Instagram post and was gone.
Oh, that's the way this younger generation put out their messages today. But I think she's made a great decision. It's great to have her in the league, and it's great to play in front of your family and your friends and your home crowd. So looking forward to watching her today for sure. Averaging
2.8 points and 3.3 rebounds per game. So Tolo, Mansfield, Roof, Wilson, and Gwathmey for Canberra, and it'll be Cumming, Malott, Clydesdale, Blitzarves and Scherf to start for the Jayco Rangers. And Sarah Blitzarves will have first control. Clydesdale guarded by Mansfield. Blitzarves looks to work off a Scherf screen, puts it on the floor. Tries to get back to Scherf. Nice little touch pass. And then nice finish from Lauren Scherf will be good for her confidence.
That's a great start for Lauren Scherf.
So with the job on Mariana Tolo defensively as well. So
she's got a big job tonight.
Mansfield.
This afternoon, I should say.
Off the drill. Oh, nice little 1-2 with Mariana Tolo. Rolling to the basket to tie things up. Ali Malott, first year in the competition, of course. Made a name for herself with Dayton in the US before being drafted to Washington. Blitzarves off the dribble, guarded by Wilson. Strong move, can't get it to go, and the veteran Wilson hauls it in. Playing game 346 today, Carly Wilson.
That's an amazing achievement. She's just a fantastic player, great ambassador for the league and the sport.
Gwathmey. Roof back to the basket, guarded by Scherf. And a tough shot over the top. And Malott did well just to get a body in and draw a foul. And that foul will be against Mariana Tolo. Spoke earlier with Rangers assistant James Anderson and just said there had to be a team approach to rebounding for the Rangers to ensure that Roof and Tolo, especially when the Rangers are defensively working, getting their hands on the ball first. They're going to turn this over. Nearly Blitzarves kept it alive. Just a stray pass. Blitzarves, a little step back jumper, had a little bit too much on it. Clydesdale did well to keep it alive, but Caps will come up with it. Mansfield quickly wants to get on with it. Guarded by Clydesdale. Tried to hook it back to Michaela Roof. Roof under the basket, trying to get it back to Tolo, and they'll get the steal. The Rangers, and quickly away is Clydesdale. Gwathmey did well to get back just to hold her up, kick the pass out to Cumming. And Steph Cumming gets her first points of the game. And
that's bread and butter for Steph Cumming. She loves that one-step jumper to start for Steph.
Gives her 100 points for the season, that basket. 99 ticks over to 101. She's had a great opening month.
That's a phenomenal opening month, 100 points.
As long three comes from Lauren Mansfield. Blitzarves the rebound. And just off target at the moment, the Caps through the opening 2.5 minutes. Second game of a double header for them. Fell by 12 points last night, and Michaela Roof got a hand in there, knocked it away. Cumming able to retrieve it off the referee. Strong move, draws contact from Michaela Roof. And it'll be Steph Cumming heading to the line. Of course, Steph Cumming playing the hero back in round one when the Rangers got out of jail up at Tuggeranong.
Game, it just sounded like it was so managed to knock in those two.
So far. Gwathmey just lost control of the dribble and just threw the offense out of sync. Carly Wilson with the traditional pink socks knocks down the three and cuts the margin back to one.
Shot, Carly.
How often have we seen it through 346 games?
She's just a legend of the game, and it's great to be able to watch her athletes like her and Sarah Blitzarves. Just beautiful.
Well, here is Blitzarves now, but she's a little bit long with her shot, and so Sarah's shot just off early, and we've got a foul on the rebound. Callery just might have copped the accidental poke in the eye. Ali Malott picks up the foul. It's her first. So 6:22 to play in the first, thanks to Latrobe Financial, Australia's leading credit specialist, latrobefinancial.com.au. Coming strong to the basket was Roof, but worried out of it by Blitzarves and Lauren Scherf.
That's just great tough D there by Scherf.
Pulls in the rebound. Clydesdale. Malott down low, got the mismatch. The shorter Gwathmey and Lauren Scherf now with 4 points. And losing the dribble, Lauren Mansfield. Sarah Blitzarves just able to get a hand in and knock it out of play. And just out of sync at the moment, the Caps offense.
They do seem to be a little bit out of sync, but you know, that's probably just opening nerves in the first quarter.
Tolo with the long two. And that is what makes Mariana Tolo so dangerous.
It absolutely is. She's deadly from there. She's deadly from most places on the court, but yeah, she loves that shot from the top of the key.
Cumming, driving hard, and then just kicking it back for Scherf, who takes a jumper of her own, had too much on it. Tolo comes up with the rebound. And a chance here for the Caps to take the lead. It's strong to the basket.
That's a great move.
By Lauren Mansfield. Coming off a solid evening last night against the Spirit. Had 17 points back in round one. Blitzarves. Tried to feed Lauren Scherf, and
I think that was the right idea, but the execution was just a little off there.
so Jacinta Kennedy checks in. Well, as she does check in, though, we've got a timeout. And we're at exactly the halfway mark of this first period, thanks to Latrobe Financial. www.latrobefinancial.com.au, and Rangers live on a Sunday afternoon from Dandenong Stadium, thanks to Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer. Jayco.com.au. A lot of people watching around the place. Tracy, some legends of the club that just couldn't get here this afternoon. One specifically you wanted to send a shout out to?
I wanted to send a shout out to Billy Inglis, who's a Dandenong Basketball Association life member and a much loved character around the place. He's doing it tough at the moment in hospital, so Billy, I know you're listening today and watching, so hang in there, mate. We're all thinking of you.
Hopefully the Rangers can come up with a W for Billy this afternoon. As I said, the first of two meetings between these two sides. Next Saturday, the Rangers hitting the road, heading down to Terrelgan.
Sunny Terrelgan, yes. Very much looking forward to that.
Down where I think Latrobe in the Big V competition play out of that venue. So it'd be great to. It's been a tough week for the people of Latrobe Valley with the Hazelwood coal mine closure announcement. So hopefully some positive news with the Rangers and the Caps heading down next week. So Canberra ball.
Oh, sorry, I was just about to say it's fantastic for the community down there to be able to embrace a team like the Rangers, get along, get all their support down there. It's just been terrific.
It's been a hotbed of basketball talent over the years as the Latrobe Valley. The Caps holding a 1-point lead, looking to extend. Wilson with a long three-point attempt and big rebound by Scherf. So Lauren Scherf holding her own on the boards against Mariana Tolo, and at the other end, Jacinta Kennedy has it rejected by Mariana Tolo, who got back well in defensive transition. Just an athlete, Mariana Tolo, and put the Spalding out of court.
Jacinta Kennedy doesn't get blocked too often, so I think this is a great block.
Folks, I said give it up for Jacinta Kennedy.
Mariana Tolo, second in blocks in the WNBL. It's her 16th of the season. So everything just under 3 a game. Clydesdale off the dribble. There's another one from Tolo. Just
she's swatting them everywhere.
Block party early.
Block party.
Make that 17 blocks. Blitzarves catch and shoot from the inbounds.
That's just beautiful. Textbook jumper from Blitzarves. Fantastic shot.
Her first points of the afternoon. Gwathmey trying to get position on Steph Cumming. And Gwathmey had last touch from that interior pass. Wanted to call her way, didn't get it. As Amelia Todd Hunter checks in for the first time this afternoon. Amy Clydesdale takes a seat for the Jayco Rangers. Coming guarded by Gwathmey. And Jasmine Gwathmey will be called for the foul. Of course, Gwathmey coming into the competition after an impressive college career as well in the Colonial Athletic Conference with James Madison, Player of the Year there. Chef Nussel bounce pass for Todd Hunter, who finishes with the left. And the Rangers lead by 3.
I'm a huge Todd Hunter fan. I just love her game. I love watching her play, her tenacity. She dives on every single loose ball. She's fantastic.
Tolo hasn't knocked away by Scherf. So Lauren Scherf with a real intent, both offensively and defensively this afternoon, has so far risen to the challenge of playing against one of the premier bigs.
I think she's realised just what a big job she has today. She's come out focused.
Mansfield finds herself under the basket and with nowhere to go, and now turning it over. Blitzarve's got in that passing lane and wants to take it hard at Gwathmey. Gwathmey goes hard at her and picks up her second foul, and that is an awkward landing from Jazz Gwathmey that does not look good, and she's in obvious pain on the baseline. She gets to her feet now. It looked very awkward.
It was awkward.
That left knee just underneath her.
Give it up for Jasmine Gwathmey coming out, guys. We don't like seeing anyone get hurt.
So
that could be costly for them so early in the game. Let's hope she's okay.
So she looks in obvious distress, and we'll speak with the medical staff. Looks like a left knee she's holding. So we'll keep an eye on that, but not good signs for Jazz Gwathmey. As Sarah Blitzarves knocks down the first of two. It was just two bodies coming hard together under the basket, and
Yeah, it was a complete accident. Both people were just going full bore to the same spot. Let's hope after a few minutes rest she's okay, can come back out.
so the Caps, they trail by 4. Tolo spins baseline, then kicks a pass out for Kate Gaze.
That's a great outlet pass there. Fantastic. Good little knockdown jumper from Kate Gaze. Great to see her out
Her
there.
first touch of the afternoon.
Is a basket. That's unlike a Gaze, isn't it?
Who would have thought? Off the dribble, Todd Hunter. Little lob for Lauren Scherf, whose little touch shot doesn't fall. Mansfield. Gaze thought about the shot
She
from
did.
deep, puts it on the floor. Carly Wilson, who's knocked down a 3 from that position already this afternoon, feeds it into Tolo. Tolo strong at the basket, got contact but no call.
It's a great double team there from the Rangers. It took 2 players there to stop that shot.
Back the other way come the Rangers. Blitzarves, a feed for
Great
Todd
pass.
Hunter, cutting to the basket, can't finish. Tolo the rebound, and Gaze feet set in the corner, but Todd Hunter the closeout. Gaze takes a shot but left it short. So Millie Todd Hunter with plenty of energy now wants to get it going offensively. A little lob for Scherf. Can't get it to fall that time either.
It's a bit costly for the Rangers there. The last few times down the court they've executed, they've had some great plays, but they just haven't been able to finish off. So
Fouls on Jayco Rangers, number 9.
And the foul called on Jacinta Kennedy
Jacinta Kennedy, her first.
as Rosemary Faljovic
Starts for the Rangers, come in for her first.
checks in for Lauren Scherf. Now, there's a bit of a height difference. Scherf 196, Faljovic listed at 184. That means Kennedy will probably now rotate onto Tolo, and Faljovic will spend some time on Keely Froling, who's checked in for the Caps.
Jacinta Kennedy is a very experienced WNBL player and internationally. She knows what she has to do to stop Tolo, and she
Froling off the dribble, had it knocked away by Blitzarves. And with 5 left on the shot clock, it'll be a Caps ball. 13-11, the Rangers lead. First quarter thanks to Latrobe Financial, Australia's leading credit specialist. Hope you're enjoying the call. Steve King, Tracy Browning with you from Dandenong Stadium as round 5 of the WNBL season continues. Long 3 from Mansfield as the shot clock goes off in the background. Blitzarves comes up with the rebound. And then the feed for Faljovic had a little bit too much pepper on it.
Another pass that's just gone a little bit astray. They need to sort of clean that up a bit.
So both teams shooting at lower than hoped percentages, at around that 33% mark. Off the dribble, going strong Mansfield, and drops it off for Froling, who gets it to fall. That's a good heads-up play from Lauren Mansfield. And Keely Froling with the finish will go to the line for the N1.
This is the first opportunity I've had to see Keely Froling in action, so this is a great finish off there.
Why don't you make some noise, Ranger fans?
So Froling at the line for the lead, with just under 75 seconds to play in this opening period. And just extending the defensive pressure, and they've forced the turnover here, the Caps. Mansfield creating all sorts of havoc off the dribble, now pulling up for the jumper and knocking it down.
She's playing with a lot of confidence today.
Lauren Mansfield dished out 6 times in the round 1 clash as Steph Cummings' pass wasn't handled well by Blitzarves early. Cummings gets it back from Faljovic, wants to take Gaze off the dribble. A little step through is not too bad and got it to fall.
That is poetry in motion from Steph coming there. Beautiful little step around, great finish off.
She's got 6, margin back to 1. Caps lead. Gaze for 3, because nobody's ever said that before. Blitzarves the rebound. So 1 second differential between shot and game clock, so you'd expect the Rangers to run this deep. Blitzarves guarded by Mansfield. Mansfield went to steal. Blitzarv's little crossover, then the bounce pass. Kennedy got to get it up, and then blocked by Froling. Kennedy found it on the floor, and the shot clock goes off in the background, and that will take us to quarter time. There really should be a second and a half or thereabouts put back on the clock, and I think that's what they might do. So don't be surprised if we haven't seen the end of this first quarter. It's a 16-15 lead for Canberra, and they may still get a chance to get an inbounds and a shot off. And it's 1.5. I've just seen referee Raul Kirsten mouth to coach Paul Gorris from Canberra that's what they will have to get a catch and shoot to finish this open period. So we're going to have to wait for them to run the clock down to 1 second.
I think at half-time, Melissa Anderson will probably be telling the girls that, you know, they've had so many easy shots that they've missed under the bucket, and they really need to start capitalising on those opportunities.
1.5 seconds for your Rangers to play defence.
So both teams putting themselves in formation, but we've still got 20-odd seconds to wind down. Steph Cumming with 6 points, leading all scorers. Lauren Scherf with 4 for the Rangers, while Lauren Mansfield and Mariana Tolo both with 4 for the Caps, who have had a nice even spread through the opening period. It still has just a tiny little bit to play out. Carly Wilson decides just to take a seat on the Rangers bench, where I think she might have just taken a seat on the lap of Rosemary Faljovic.
Sitting there on the Rangers bench, hasn't she?
1.4, I think we're happy with that. Wilson heaves it for Gaze. Gaze off her step's going to leave that short. And that is quarter time. Rangers live thanks to Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer, where the family holiday becomes a family tradition. We're live 16:15 at quarter time. Don't forget you can join us on Facebook, WNBL, Dandenong Jayco Rangers, Twitter at Jayco Rangers, and Instagram also Jayco Rangers. Tracy Browning, what have you made of this opening period?
Oh, look, it's been fast-paced, high standards, but you know the Rangers have sort of let themselves down a little bit in not capitalising on some of those easy shots they've had under the bucket. They've executed a couple of great plays that just haven't finished off. But apart from that, it's been fairly even. I'd like to see Sarah Blitzarv scoring a little bit more.
So Sarah's shooting at one of 5 at 20%, and the Rangers are 6 of 17 overall. The Caps 7 of 18, but they're 6 of 11 from inside the arc and just 1 of 7 from outside. So once the Caps get a look inside, they're actually being fairly efficient.
Yeah, and very hard to stop once the ball gets in there.
Importantly for Dandenong, though, the rebound count is all locked up at 10 apiece, and you know, Larissa would be happy just to break even on the boards, and if they do that, they'll probably win the contest. If Tolo, Roof and the like get on top, that's where Dandenong, Canberra rather, can really hurt.
Yeah, look, Larissa would be very happy with that, the even board count, and Scherf has done a great job at both ends of the floor in this first quarter, so let's hope we see more of that.
So Jazz Gwathmey is the concern injury-wise for the Caps. An awkward collision with Sarah Blitzarv's when Sarah was going for the basket. Jazz has landed awkwardly with that left knee. There's no ice on it, so if it might be just a bit of a hyperextension or something like that.
Look, it happens, you know, she may have got a bit of a fright, come down awkwardly, and then, you know, it happens to everybody. So hopefully after a bit more of a rest, she'll be able to get back out there.
My medical degree extends to about 4 episodes of Grey's Anatomy, so we're playing amateur doctors here, but hopefully nothing too serious for the Caps.
Well, look, you know, she's still in the stadium, and as you say, there's no ice on it, so, you know, hopefully it's just a bit of a scare.
Second game of a doubleheader for the Caps, and they'll be back in Victoria next weekend. Second quarter underway thanks to Berwick Mazda, where we'll find the right vehicle for you. Head in and take a test drive, berwickmazda.com.au. It's the Caps leading by 1. First time this afternoon we see Janelle Adams. She gives it back to Keely Froling, who puts up the 3. Janelle Adams coming off a solid season in the Seabull with the Brisbane Spartans, averaged 15 points per game. And seeing some minutes here this afternoon for the Caps. Scherf, guarded by Roof, just pushes it back out for Clydesdale. Blitzarves with 4 on the shot clock. Gives it to Scherf. Little turnaround jumper. Had a little bit too much on it. And Froling used the body well to keep Ali Malott away and pick up the defensive rebound. Adams, little 1-2 with Michaela Roof, or rather Keely Froling, who can't finish the little jumper, and Roof came up with the rebound. Wilson from the corner for 3, and that's for a 4-point Caps lead. Carly Wilson with 6 points.
Yep, she loves that shot, Carly. You can't afford to leave her out there.
So it was averaging just over 4 points a game coming in, as at the other end. Nice little bounce pass from Steph Cumming for Amy Clydesdale to bring the margin back to 2.
It's great to see Amy get on the scoreboard. She needs to get a little bit more involved.
As Amy Clydesdale's called for the blocking foul, and Larissa Anderson is far from impressed with the call. Wanted a charge call or
I think that might have actually been a no call.
Or a no call.
Yep.
And still Larissa questioning. Either way, it is a Caps ball, and the foul is on Amy Clydesdale. Wilson guarded by Blitzarves. Gay's hint of a travel, but managed to drop it off to Michaela Roof, who knocks down the jumper. And at the moment, the Caps have got all the answers. Michaela Roof knocks down the 2, her opening points of the contest. Blitzarves off the little handoff from Malott. Guarded by Roof, tried to go around the back and then bounced it onto her heel, and Keely Froling is away. Clydesdale only between her and the basket. Did well to hold her up, but trailing Adams. And there's going to be a foul call against Ali Malott, and she tried to keep Michaela Roof off the boards.
The Rangers need to regroup here and get a little bit more composure back into their offence, I think.
So Ali Malott picks up her second foul. And Rosie Faljevic checks back in. Caps by 4 and looking to extend. Roof dribbles out from under the basket. Turnaround jumper, gets it to fall. So Michaela Roof playing with their 3rd WNBL club.
It didn't look like she could even see the ring from where we were sitting here.
Faljevic, a little handoff. Clydesdale pulls up for the jumper and knocks it down. So some fluency there to the Rangers' offense, but haven't seen a lot of it as Blitzarves nearly picks off the pass. Wilson recovers it for the Caps. Adams. Froling has it knocked away by Clydesdale, who did very well to keep it alive and flick it back for Faljevic, who then copped a little clip. It was accidental.
Some great pressure defence there by the Rangers in that last 30 seconds.
So fouls on Janelle Adams. There's Mariana Tolo and Lauren Mansfield check back in for Froling and Adams. Well, I think the Rangers might have been happy with the no call because they did have a break. By the way, it is a Dandenong ball in this second quarter for Berwick Mazda. Scherf rolling to the basket, kicks the pass out, finds its way to Clydesdale, whose 3's no good. So right now the Caps holding sway by 4. Roof.
Oh yes, I was going to say that was a trouble.
Got Faljevic in the air, but before getting it on the floor, just took a step. And the amount of times you actually see players get away with that, but Michaela Roof that time, that was the obvious side of obvious.
The higher scale of obvious.
There's the not so and the very. Blitzarves just hasn't found her rhythm yet this afternoon. Clydesdale is Scherf, a big screen on Lauren Mansfield. Faljevic likes that mid-range jumper.
Great execution there. They hit the open man, made the shot.
Back to within 2, the Rangers. And Gwathmey back into the contest, which is a good sign. Tolo kicks it. Wilson for a 3rd 3 of the afternoon, can't get it to fall, and Cumming will pick up the loose ball. Cumming, guarded by Gwathmey, little handoff for Blitzarves. Faljevic tried to push the pass to Scherf, but Tolo in the passing lane knocked it away.
I think that was a little bit ambitious, that pass, trying to get it over the top of Tolo there.
Mansfield runs herself into trouble. Wilson to the corner. Gwathmey for 3. Has too much on it. Clydesdale pushing the pass the other way. Gwathmey did well to get back.
The game's become a little bit scrappy in the last couple of minutes. Both teams need to sort of settle down a bit, run some good offence.
Just needs their one guard to hang on to the ball and set something up. There's a lot of jungle ball being played in both offences. We've got a timeout called with 5 minutes 36 remaining in this second period. Thanks to Berwick Mazda, where we'll find the right vehicle for you. Head in and take your test drive. berwickmazda.com.au. And don't forget, social media, you can join us on Facebook, WNBL Dandenong Jayco Rangers, Twitter at Jayco Rangers, and of course Instagram, Jayco Rangers. It's 23-21. The Caps holding sway over the hometown Dandenong Rangers. And Carly Wilson with 6 points, coming just averaging 4 for the season, but a couple of threes have proven crucial. But it's a good mix of scoring at the moment. Ruth, Mansfield, Tolo, all with 4, so they're not just leaving it up to a couple to get the job done.
They look to be a cohesive unit today, the Caps. Coming off that loss last night, like you said, they'll be wanting to win this today. And the Rangers, as I said before, they've missed a lot of easy shots and they're not really capitalising on those opportunities. So we hope to see some high percentage shooting out of them in the next 5 minutes.
So both the Rangers and the Caps both shooting at 40% from the field. Dandenong a little bit more efficient in this second period. Interestingly, Dandenong have put up just the 1 3-point attempt for the afternoon. Canberra put up 10, Carly Wilson making the only 2, but the likes of Steph Cumming, Sarah Blitzarves don't mind shooting the 3. Amy Clydesdale, but Paul Goris has not allowed his girls to allow that shot.
Oh, that's right, Cameron's defence has been pretty good.
Carly Wilson just struggling with the inbounds. Oh, Roof, a little bounce pass, and Tolo to the basket, strong, draws contact, finishes, and will head to the line for the bonus. And a chance at a 5-point lead. Wonderful pass from Roof, but the cut from Tolo and the finish just as a quality. Mariana Tolo now with 6 points. Make that 7 to lead all scorers. And the Caps holding sway by 5. They lead 26-21. Hope you're enjoying Rangers Live wherever you're watching. Clydesdale looking to feed Scherf. Faljevic with the skip pass. Todd Hunter back to Faljevic. Catch and shoot from Rosie Faljevic. She's got 4. And loves that jumper from the baseline.
Rangers desperately need players like her to get involved, get on the score sheet.
She had 8 points, and they were all from a very similar position against Townsville in the big win back in round 3. Mariana Tolo.
That is a great move, great follow-up, put back, great second effort.
Just too strong for Lauren Scherf there. Faljevic cutting to the basket. Just touch passed it out to Blitzarves, guarded by Gwathmey, who forces the pass to Clydesdale Blitzarves, but can't get the 3 to fall. Todd Hunter, the long rebound. And Lauren Mansfield, as Todd Hunter tried to blow by it, all Lauren could do was put 2 hands on her and get called for the foul.
Todd Hunter had a fantastic game against the Boomers last week. Like, she was just in every single play. I'm not sure how many possessions she came up with, but she came up with some really clutch plays. She was fantastic.
Finished with 6 points and also 12 rebounds against the Boomers, as Clydesdale leaves that mid-range jumper short. Caps by 5. Lauren Mansfield makes that 8 with the 3.
That's fantastic, recognising when you're open, being confident enough to take that shot and make it.
So some issues for Dandenong midway through this second period. Clydesdale. Blitzarves pulls the trigger on the 3. And Scherf in contesting the rebound. Had thought what we thought from this end of the floor last touch, but managed to knock it onto a Cap hand, and it'll be a Dandenong ball. Carly Wilson takes the seat. And Kate Gaze checking back in. Clydesdale and Faljevic sitting down for Dandenong as Jacinta Kennedy checks in along with Steph Cumming. Todd Hunter catch and shoot from the inbounds. And coming up with the rebound, Michaela Roof. So their dominance on the boards.
Starting to tell.
Yeah, we thought it would come. And it has. Gwathmey. Tough shot over Blitzarves, and Todd Hunter flying through. Might have just got a little palm on it that's put it into the path of Sarah Blitzarves. Todd Hunter off the dribble. Kicks it out for Blitzarves, who blows past Gwathmey.
What athleticism.
Strong move from Sarah Blitzarves. Coming off a big game against the Boomers. 28 points on 11 of 19 shooting. That'll hopefully get her going. Mansfield, another look at three and knocks it down. Confidence is high there, and the margin is 9. So Canberra holding the Rangers at arm's length at the moment. Kennedy spun towards the basket. Roof provided the roadblock. Blitzarves a look at three this time. Actually making a long 2 for Sarah Blitzarves, and the margin is back to 7. So given us a 2 for Sarah Blitzarves, and the margin is 7 with 2 minutes 46 remaining in this second quarter. Thanks to Berwick Mazda, where we'll find the right vehicle for you. Head in and take a test ride. berwickmazda.com.au. And that rebound count, well, we felt like the Caps were dominating, but it's only 18 to 16. But it seems the rebounds the Caps are getting are providing something, especially on the offensive end.
Yeah, they've had a lot of offensive rebounds, so it's a great second effort. So that made them accountable, yeah.
Lauren Mansfield with the 10 points. Mariana Tolo with 9, but Mansfield, those 2 3-pointers she's hit.
They were massive shots, both of those shots. She's playing with a lot of confidence today.
Proving crucial in the context of this clash. When we talk about the rebound count, Roof with 6, Tolo with 5, both averaging 11 a game coming in, so they're well on track for double figures against what is not a massive Dandenong lineup. It's Lauren Scherf and then Jacinta Kennedy at 188.
Yeah, Capitals have definitely got the height advantage inside, and that's starting to sort of be a challenge factor.
Ali Malott
second quarter.
checking back in, although she picked up that second foul early in this second period and was sat by Larissa Anderson. She comes back in.
The Rangers will want to try and get a stop here and try and peg that back to a couple of points lead or level before half time.
Mansfield attracts 2. Gaze alone in the corner, time to set the feet. Kennedy the rebound. And a chance to eat into what is a 7-point deficit for the Rangers. Blitzarves to the corner for Malott. Blitzarves back to the basket.
Good look.
Kennedy, extra pass, coming off the dribble. Tough shot, knocked it down.
Fantastic. Great look to the open man. And that extra pass to Steph knocked down her bread and butter.
Coming with 8. Oh, Jazz Gwathmey was going to set a pick. And next thing she saw was the letters SPALDING coming right at her face. And all she could do was sort of move the head out of the way, and it went out of court. As Lauren Mansfield got a piece of that, knocked it out of court, thought she could convince the referee to give it as a blue ball, but
Canberra have done a pretty good job at shutting down Steph Cumming and Sarah Blitzarves at the moment. So Steph just made that last shot last time down. Let's hope she can get a few more scores on the board before half time.
Todd Hunter. He's coming now, elevating and shooting the 3. Blitzarves contesting the rebound, but only knocking it into the path of Kate Gaze. Mansfield. Roof. Couldn't get through Blitzarves. Gaze with the feet set for 3, knocks it down.
She was bound to make one sooner or later.
At first you don't succeed.
Well, she's a shooter, you know, if she's open, she should be shooting it, and if not, it hurts the team.
Margins are 8, as we've got a foul call. I think that might be on Kate Gaze. In fact, it's on Mariana Tolo.
Capitals, number 12, Marion.
That's her second. Third team foul deep in this second period. It's a 37-29 advantage for the Caps. Blitzarves off a Kennedy screen. Had a good look and fell out. And Mariana Tolo is there again, wiping the glass.
Unfortunate, the last couple of shots have just rimmed out there for the Rangers.
Jazz Gwathmey overcooked that one as she did from this side. And there's going to be a foul, and that's going to send Mariana Tolo to the line. Amelia Todd-Hunter trying to knock it from the grasp of Mariana Tolo, and all she could do is make connection with the arms. Referee Raul Kirsten
He was all over that one.
calling the foul, and Mariana Tolo gets a chance to make this lead double figures inside the final minute of the second period. Mariana Tolo knocks down the first of two. She's now got 10 points.
She's just so composed, isn't she, when she goes to the line, Tolo? She's a fantastic shooter.
Same routine as nearly a steal by Michaela Roof as the pass tried to get to Sarah Blitzarve. She has 11 now, Mariana Tolo, to lead all scorers.
I'll be running a go-to play at Tolo, trying to get that third foul up before half-time.
Extra pass from Cumming is deflected out of play by Gwathmey with 12 seconds remaining on the shot clock. So, offensive struggles here for Dandenong. Cumming with 5 on the shot clock. Malott, long three, and it gets it to fall.
That's a huge shot for the Rangers.
It cuts it back to 7 as they look for a stop. 7 seconds between the game and shot clock as Mariana Tolo. Jacinta Kennedy is going to pick up that foul as the bodies clashed. Tolo trying to get position down low, and Tolo back to the line.
That's experience there for you from Tolo. Like, she knew she was going to create contact there.
Sub for the Rangers, Lauren Scherf coming in. Give it up for Jacinta Kennedy coming out, folks.
So Jacinta Kennedy will sit down, and Lauren Scherf back in for this final 23 seconds of the half. And Mariana Tolo misses that free throw. Makes the adjustment for the second. The margin is 8, and a timeout called by Dandenong with 23 seconds remaining. Chance for Larissa Anderson to draw up a play and hopefully get a score and cut the margin to either 6 or 5 at the main break. Amazingly, both teams are shooting at 42%, but it's the 5 of 16 from outside, and Lauren Mansfield, Carly Wilson with a couple of big threes that is hurting the Rangers at the moment.
That's definitely the difference. They've been a lot more accurate from the three-point line. Hopefully, if I was a Rooster right now, I'd be trying to run a play at Tolo. 23 seconds left in the half, trying to get that third foul. Just before half-time, just to put that little bit of doubt. I mean, I know, Tolo's an experienced player and she can play with 3 fouls, so just put that little bit of sort of hesitancy in her mind there in the second half.
12.7 rebounds and 3 assists for Mariana Tolo in this first half from Dandenong Stadium as round 5 of the WNBL season continues. Winners so far this weekend, Townsville over the Sydney Uni Flames by 2 points last night in overtime at Townsville RSL Stadium, while in Bendigo it was the Spirit over the University of Canberra Capitals 70-58. One other game to complete the round coming at 5 o'clock Eastern Summertime between Perth and Bulleen, and our good friends from the Perth Lynx with their own live stream of that clash. So if you're looking for some more hoops this afternoon, hit up the Perth Lynx YouTube page and follow the coverage of the Lynx and the Boomers.
Definitely be tuning in for that one. It'll be a great game.
Clydesdale gets double coverage as they extend the pressure. Now Cumming finds herself and travelling as she dragged the pivot foot. Gwathmey helping to force the turnover with 14 seconds remaining, and that's not what Larissa Anderson wanted. And Paul Goris will now call a timeout of his own to draw up a play that will hopefully push this margin back to double figures for the Caps.
You know, that was great pressure there by Canberra, forced that turnover, so Larissa Anderson would have been pretty disappointed with that.
Jazz Gwathmey, we know, hurt herself in that first period, come back strong in the second. Hasn't scored a couple of three-point attempts. They've had a little bit too much on it, but defensively, her defensive transition's been really good, and then obviously that play there as well to force the travel by Steph Cumming. If you can't score and hit the scoreboard, the best way to stay involved is defensively.
Oh, absolutely. There's plenty of other ways you can get involved in the game other than on the scoreboard.
So, Paul Goris talking with his Chargers, who have been outstanding in this first half, coming off a 12-point loss, so held to just 58 points last night by Bendigo. Have 40 in the shadows of half-time here at Dandenong Stadium. It'll be interesting to see what they run here. They've got so many options, especially with Lauren Mansfield being able to connect on the outside shot. Or do they look for that little feed to Tolo?
I think they'll go to Tolo. That's my tip.
Defense!
Shot clock at 10. Lauren Mansfield being guarded by Clydesdale. Gay's looking for that feed. It's Ruth guarded by Malott. 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Doesn't fall. Gwathmey the rebound, but not in time to get the putback as Gwathmey came flying through. And at halftime on Rangers Live, thanks to Jayco, it is the University of Canberra Capitals 40 leading the hometown Dandenong Jayco Rangers 32. We'll take a break. Back shortly on Rangers Live. Welcome back to Rangers Live from Dandenong Stadium. Round 5 of the WNBL season continues. We're here thanks to Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer, where the family holiday becomes a family tradition. www.jayco.com.au. Stephen King and 5-time WNBL champion Tracy Browning with you this afternoon. Tracy, 8-point lead for the Caps, have come here this afternoon as underdog, and beaten last night by Bendigo, but been very quick to put that behind them. And it's the dominance of especially Mariana Tolo and Michaela Roof on the boards. It's a +6 now on the rebound count that's proving very, very crucial.
Yeah, Canberra have come out ready to play today after last night's loss, and so they should. They've been, their defence has been fantastic, and, the Rangers' defence has hasn't been as intense as it has been in the past few weeks, so hopefully Larissa would have given them a bit of a rev up at half time. Come on, girls, we've got to lift our game here. But, they can't afford to think about that now. It's a new half, start of the new game, so, let's see what happens.
9 second chance points to 2 and the margin's 8. There's the game in a nutshell.
Right there, yeah, absolutely. Canberra have had fantastic second efforts from their big girls. Tylo's been a dominator, obviously. So we'll see what happens and see what Rangers come up with to try and counter Tolo in the second half.
Mariana Tolo, 12 points, 7 rebounds and 3 assists. Was an outstanding first half from her. Lauren Mansfield with 10 points. Michaela Roof with 6 rebounds, and as we spoke about in the first half, both averaging around that 11 rebound mark per game, and well and truly on track for that this afternoon. Steph Cumming with 8 points leading the way for the Rangers, but between her and Sarah Blitzarves, they got 15 points, but for both, not fluid performances from either of them.
No, it's not up to their usual high standard, and they would both be realising that at the moment. So I think we'll see a different sort of attitude from the Rangers coming out in their second half, and hopefully both those girls will be have a little bit more influence.
Saying that, Steph Cumming is shooting at 75%, but she's only been allowed 4 shots.
Yeah, and that again is attributed to Canberra's defence has just been incredibly tough. Rangers have just got to come out and find a way around that, get some good motion offence happening, get a couple of early scores, and perhaps try and get Tolo in a bit of early foul trouble in the second half.
Whatever they're paying Sarah Blitzarves, they're getting full value for money. She played all 40 minutes on Monday night against the Melbourne Boomers, and she's played all 20 in the first half here.
Absolutely right. She is. Look, she's making the most of every opportunity she's been given, and Sarah's an athlete. I think she's quite capable of playing 40 minutes a game. I don't think that would be detrimental to her in any way at all. I think we're yet to see her best today.
She has committed 3 turnovers, which would be she prides herself on looking after the ball. She'd be not upset, disappointed.
Yeah, she'd be disappointed in that. As there's been a few turnovers from a couple of other girls as well, so they'd all be disappointed in that. And again, Canberra's defence has probably caused those turnovers, so it'll be an interesting second half.
Do they need more out of Ali Malott?
I think so too. Look, the jury's sort of still out on her for me. I've only seen her play a couple of games, but I definitely think as a starter she should be absolutely contributing more.
She picked up a second foul early, and Larissa Anderson chose to sit her, so she didn't play much of the second period. So we're about to get the third period underway. It'll be a Rangers ball. Cumming, Clydesdale, Malott, Scherf and Blitzarves. That's how they started. And the Caps will be how they started the contest as well. Gwathmey, Mansfield, Tolo, Roof, and the veteran Carly Wilson playing game 346. Third period, thanks to the City of Greater Dandenong, the City of Opportunity, greaterdandenong.com. Caps by 8 to get things underway. Back cutting Clydesdale, nice pass from Scherf.
That's a great start to the half. Fantastic backdoor there by Clydesdale.
Scherf able to just to draw the defence up to her and open up a gaping hole. Tolo spinning and finishing with the right hand.
That's
Mariana
fantastic
Tolo.
Move. Very hard to stop that one.
Tolo now with 14 points. Blitzarves. Scherf, little handoff for Clydesdale. Going strong at the basket, Amy Clydesdale. And Tolo got a piece of it, but the pivot foot never moved off the ground. And Jazz Gwathmey was able to knock down the 3. Roof. Mansfield. Tolo. Puts it on the floor, left hand. And it's out of court. So it'll be a Canberra ball at the baseline. A 45-36 lead for them. Mansfield. Little bounce pass. And Roof with the left hand finishes. And it's a game-high 11-point lead now for the Caps. Clydesdale strong at the basket, over the hand of Gwathmey and Tolo. Malott did well to keep it alive. But they're finding themselves with some work to do here, the Rangers.
They are, and it's starting to sort of look a little bit ominous here. They need to find a couple of baskets and quickly. And there's
strong move from Steph Cumming, gets the finish, and the foul is called on Jazz Gwathmey. She took it to both Gwathmey and Tolo. Gwathmey's called for the foul. And we've got a timeout called with 7:45 remaining in this third period. Rangers Live, thanks to Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer, where the family holiday becomes a family tradition. Jayco.com.au. Steph Cumming now with 10 points to lead the way for the Rangers. Clydesdale with 8, but Mariana Tolo down the other end of the floor with 14 points, but her 4th assist. So crucial, setting up Jazz Gwathmey. 2 things that'll do. Obviously, Tolo keeping ahead, and we know how good a player she is, but the important thing is for Jazz Gwathmey is it gets her a shot that she makes and just gets her confidence up after missing a couple of early ones in the first half.
Yeah, that's right. It'll be interesting to see now what Canberra do here, whether they leave Tolo out there after this timeout. It'd be sort of disastrous if she was to draw her fourth foul so early in this quarter. So it'll be interesting to see what happens here. And if I was Melissa, I'd be saying every single play, just go at her, get her involved in it, try and draw that foul. She's definitely the difference at the moment.
It's just been Lauren Scherf's got to just get some aggressiveness in her game in this second half and really demand the ball down low and go to work.
Yeah, absolutely. She's got to be strong. She's got to take it to the bucket.
So, not a massive crowd for a Sunday afternoon, but a noisy crowd.
It is getting a little noisy in here, isn't it? Which is great to see. Great to see so many out here on a Sunday.
Steph Cumming will go to the line to try and convert the end one. A 47-38 lead for the Caps. And Cumming knocks down the free throw. She's got 11. And just extending the defensive pressure up the floor, the Rangers, but easily.
They need to get themselves back into it defensively.
Mansfield, now she runs into double coverage, but off the ball. There's been a foul call, and it's going to be on Lauren Scherf. So just as they were coming up with the steal range, that will be frustrating for Larissa Anderson.
Very frustrating, but I suppose the positive thing in that was that they were up all over in their faces, so they've just got to keep up that pressure defence.
Talked about Ali Malott getting herself into the game, and it's her and Amy Clydesdale that are going at Lauren Mansfield. Here they go again, trying to force a trap. Malott has to recover back to Ruth. Wilson open for 3, and she knocks it down. She's got 9, the veteran, and they've all been from beyond the arc.
She's deadly from that spot.
Nearly a turnover. Malott able to come up with it. Cumming, feet set. Can't knock down the 3, and they've been cold from outside of the Rangers. There's a spin move from Mansfield. It's beautiful.
That is fantastic move.
A game-high 13-point lead for the visiting Caps, and Lauren Mansfield's got 12. Blitzarves. Cumming guarded by Wilson. Thought about the 3. Wants to go herself. Back for Malott. The jumper is good. Ali Malott comes up with the 2. She's now got 5. Roof against the smaller Clydesdale, but Malott there to help and then draws a turnover. There'll be a travel call, and not for the first time Michaela Roof is called for a travel. And not happy with the call either. She might have just got the silence call from the referee. Rosie Faljevic checks back in for Lauren Scherf. So they've gone just a little bit smaller here.
Now I think this is a good move by the Rangers to get that ball in. Make Tolo play D.
Blitzarves. Feeds Malott. Puts it on the floor, goes strong with
Great
the left
move.
hand and draws contact from Michaela Roof and will head to the line. So despite the margin being 11 points, there is some intent about the Rangers' offense that we just didn't seem to see in that first half.
Yeah, there is definitely a little bit more intensity offensively coming from the Rangers.
And Ali Malott, as there's a hush descends over Dandenong Stadium, knocks down the first of two. Ali Malott only been to the free throw line 3 times.
She must have heard us say that we think that she needs to get a little bit more involved.
Well, she certainly has been both defensively
She has.
and offensively. Wilson again for 3. She's got 12, the veteran.
She's having a great game. Loves nailing that three-pointer.
Blitzarves runs into Roof and then kicks it back for Clydesdale. High arcing shot doesn't fall. Mansfield comes up with it and they're away, the Caps. Looking to push this lead. Gwathmey ran into Cumming, got the shot up over the top, and the lead is now a game-high 14, and there are danger signs here for Dandenong. The Rangers find themselves in somewhat of a hole.
They need to run some good offense here, hit the open man.
Shot clock at 7. Blitzarves with really nowhere to go. Wants to take Roof off the dribble, goes strong, drew contact, got it to fall. Buried the head and just went hard.
And that's what Sarah Blitzarves is so great at. She's great at driving it, tough driving there, causing that contact and finishing off.
So Michaela Roof has to sit down as she picks up her third. And Keely Froling comes back in for the Caps. Amelia Todd-Hunter back in to run the show with Amy Clydesdale sitting down for the Rangers, and Blitzarves adds the bonus. And she's now got 12.
Give me energy, Ranger fans. Come on, let me hear.
Dandenong by 11. Gwathmey through the double team. Froling went to give the little dish for Tolo, missed the target. And they force a turnover, the Rangers. Mansfield knocking it away from Amelia Todd-Hunter and getting it in the backcourt. Little bounce pass missed both Froling and Gwathmey and goes out of court, and a bullet dodged by Amelia Todd-Hunter.
Certainly is.
Quickly down the floor for Cumming, who wants to go strong at the basket. Tough move. Both Froling and Gwathmey doing enough to worry her out of it. And this game has stepped up a notch in terms of intensity and physicality. Carly Wilson now demanding respect.
Yes, absolutely is.
Tolo's jump shot too much, and Froling over the top. Got a hand on it, but there's going to be a foul called, and I think it's going to be on Rosie Faljevic as they pick up their second team foul, the Rangers, with 4:31 to play in this third period for City of Greater Dandenong, the City of Opportunity, greaterdandenong.com. Clydesdale back into the contest. Steph Cumming sits down. Caps by 11. Caps by 14 as Lauren Mansfield goes big again. She's got 15 and leads all scorers.
Fantastic shooting display by Mansfield today. She's just come out full of confidence, recognising when she's open and just nailing those shots.
They're now 9 of 20 from outside as Ellie Malott with the response at the other end. Can't get it to fall.
Fantastic
Blitzarves.
rebound.
Big board from Sarah Blitzarves. As a foul is called, may have been on Kate Gaze.
Caps have replaced one three-point shooter with another. Gaze in for Wilson.
But it was a 15 foul. So Blitzarves will find herself at the line. So they'll have 4 minutes with the Caps, having committed that 5th foul in the bonus, the Rangers. Looking to make the most of that as Blitzarves knocks down the first of 2 and the second. But the margin is 12. And adventures in dribbling as Mariana Tolo has to put it on the floor. Mansfield guarded by Todd Hunter. Tolo, Mansfield, strong to the basket and getting it to fall.
Great play.
Lauren Mansfield is having some sort of afternoon. She's got 17 and will go to the line for the and one and a 15-point lead.
That was a well-executed play there by the Caps. Finished off strong.
Paul Goris couldn't have drawn it up better if he tried.
Exactly the plan.
Use that high post and just work off it. And Mansfield converts, and the margin is 15. Inside 4 minutes in this third period, and a turnover as the pass of Clydesdale bounces off the foot of Kate Gaze. Gwathmay's strong move is fouled by Rosie Faljovic. And Jazz Gwathmay will go to the line.
The Rangers are looking incredibly scrappy here at the moment. They need to find something. Need to pull their offense together, get everyone involved.
Starts with the Rangers coming and shoot back in. Give it up.
But having said that, Canberra's pressure defence has been terrific.
Paul Goris must be extremely wrapped with the response from last night. Falling by 12 to the Spirit. Second game of a road double. Gwathmay can't get the first free throw to fall. Was a perfect 6 of 6 on the season before this afternoon. Does get the second to drop. And it's a 64-48 lead for the visiting University of Canberra Capitals. Coming off a Kennedy screen. Extra pass to the corner. Blitzarves for three.
That's better offense.
Make that a long two, in fact, with the foot on the line. Margin 14. Blitzarves with 14. Gaze off the dribble. Swings it back for Tolo for the long two. Mariana Tolo has got 16. And that is the margin. They've got a response for everything at the moment, the Caps.
They're just too good at this stage of the quarter.
Nearly a turnover at half court by the Rangers. 10 on the shot clock. Kennedy feeds down low for Scherf. Last touch was off Lauren Scherf.
It's always going to be tough trying to get that lob pass over the long arms of Tolo.
Let's keep that energy going, Ranger fans. Let's go, Rangers. Let's go.
Mansfield. With Keely Froling just running some interference. Froling. Little handoff. Mansfield. Shot clock at 8. Scherf shows, but Gwathmay might have just had the foot on the line as she went to pull the trigger on the three. Three didn't drop anyway. But it becomes a Rangers ball.
He's never had that problem with you, shooting a three and put on the line.
He's never passed the ball to be allowed to shoot it. Just got told, big fella, get down low. Set some screens. Bit going on off the ball between Gaze and Kennedy. Scherf. Little feed for Cumming is good, but didn't get the handle on it straight away. A turnaround was well off the mark, and Kennedy had last touch.
They just can't seem to find any consistency in offense at the moment, the Rangers.
Gwathmay had to just come up and help Keely Froling out with the inbounds. Blitzarves knocked it from a grasp. Gwathmay did well to recover on the floor. Mansfield spins out of trouble. 10 on the shot clock, the running floater. Well, it turned into a little pass for Mariana Tolo, who couldn't get her shot to fall. Clydesdale threw a couple, strong off the glass.
Great
Cleaned
rebound.
up by Scherf, but
Another
Tolo
swat.
with a piece of it. And this is nearly going to be a bridge too far at three-quarter time, you would think, as Blitzarves comes up with the steal and Keely Froling. You can see the tug of the singlet by the youngster. And Sarah Blitzarves, who is doing everything she can to keep the Rangers in this, will head to the line once again for a couple of free throws.
I don't think Dandenong have really made enough of, or try to exploit the fact that Tolo's on 3 fouls. They should really be trying to get her in foul trouble, trying to get that 4th foul.
Well, Paul Goris was very quick to sit Michaela Roof when she picked up her third, and I suspect his thinking would be, well, I can't afford to have them both on 4 fouls. If I have one sitting, if one picks up 4, I can bring the other one back into the game. Blitzar's left the first one short and missed the second as well.
You don't often see Blitzar's miss 2 in a row like that.
And when you're 16 in arrears, not ideal. Gaze lost control of the dribble. Time to recover. Cumming nearly knocks it away from Mansfield, who now wants to go off the dribble and has travelled. The pivot foot just slid as she tried to make that pass. With exactly 60 seconds remaining in this third period, thanks to City of Greater Dandenong. Hope you're enjoying Rangers live coverage, courtesy of Jayco, Australia's favourite caravan manufacturer. The family home becomes a family tradition at jayco.com.au.
Lauren Scherf should be demanding this ball here. Give it to me. I'm taking her on.
Clydesdale. Shot clock at 10. Little bounce pass out for Blitzar's. Feet set, front of the iron, a big board from Mariana Tolo. Wilson is feeling it from there. This time, no.
Probably just a little bit rushed on that shot. She had plenty of time then. Should have straightened up.
Carly Wilson, who has 12 points, all from outside, was trying to make it 15 and a 19-point lead. 6 between the game and shot clock as the Blitzar's pass comes headed towards us, went through the fingers of Jacinta Kennedy. And nothing going right for the Rangers, and that is a credit to the defensive work of the University of Canberra Capitals.
Absolutely, their defence has been fantastic for full 3 quarters. The Rangers haven't been able to come up with any answers.
6 on the shot clock. Mansfield tries a little dish off for Tolo that Scherf's able to get a piece of and knock out of court.
4 seconds left.
So 4.7 seconds remaining. Caps with the ball and a chance to further extend what is a very, very handy lead. Tolo catch and shoot from the inbounds, doesn't fall. Can Clydesdale get a late heave off, gets to half court, lets it go, and it hits the backboard. And that is 3-quarter time here at Dandenong Stadium as round 5 of the WNBL season continues. And it's the University of Canberra Capitals 66 holding sway over the hometown Dandenong Rangers 50. Tracy Browning, you would have to think this is now a bridge too far for the hometown Rangers.
Yeah, you could think that. I'm not sure what the all-time record is of how many points down from 3-quarter time to win, but you know, the Rangers, they came back against the Boomers last week. They were 18 down in the second quarter. They can do it. They're capable of it. But the way they've been playing today really doesn't indicate much hope for them.
Full credit to Canberra and what they've done today. Obviously, their dominance with the bigs with Tolo and Roof has been crucial, but defensively, the way they've disrupted the Rangers' offense has been key to what they've done.
Yeah, you're right. Look, 16 points the difference. I think Tolo's got 16, and well, that's the difference on the scoreboard. Like, Canberra's defence has just been absolutely phenomenal. They've been all over. Rangers haven't been able to get any consistency in their offense at all, and haven't been able to come up with something new. So let's see what Larissa's got up her sleeve for this last quarter.
So Lauren Mansfield leading the scoring with 18, but really Mariana Tolo has been the dominant player. 16 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists. It's been a quality bigs game.
Look, she has been a huge quality player. It's a little disappointing just from, from watching it. They never really tried to capitalise on Tolo's fourth foul. They just tried to get that fourth foul, and had plenty of opportunities. Lauren Scherf was playing on her. A little disappointing that they didn't sort of try that. And Doris Rangers' decision to leave her out there.
They're shooting the ball at 48%, the Caps, Dandenong just at 39%, but they're 9 of 21 from outside. Dandenong just 1 of 9, which really is telling the story in terms of shooting numbers. And then the rebound count, 33 to 23, is also a key number.
Both very telling stats.
So
I think the Rangers, look, they've missed a lot of their outside shots because their offense has been disrupted. They've been forced into taking shots that they normally wouldn't take. So let's see if they can make the adjustments.
Final quarter underway for McPherson and Kelly Solicitors. Commercial, litigation and dispute resolutions as well as workplace relations. www.mk.com.au is where you'll find them. Rangers Live continues. Stephen King, Tracy Browning bringing you the action from Dandenong Stadium. Hope you're enjoying the call wherever you're watching. And you can always join us on social media as well. Tolo wants to go to work early. He's able to push the pass out for Wilson. 6 on the shot clock. Gaze feeds Tolo. Puts it on the floor. Malott, Scherf tried to shut her down. Froling under the basket. Got it to fall. Tolo comes up with another dime. We've got her on triple-double watch. And the margin is 18. And maybe the first nail in the Dandenong coffin as Sarah Blitzarves coming off the screen is called for a travel on the shot. And nothing going right here for the Dandenong Rangers. Mansfield guarded by Clydesdale, but Lauren Mansfield's performance this afternoon been fairly impressive as well. Tolo with the left hand this time. Scherf with the rebound. Coming off a Scherf screen.
That's
and
it.
A little pick and roll is nice.
The old pick and roll. Good execution.
And Lauren Scherf maybe with the easiest 2 points she'll ever come up with in her career. Gaze wants to go strong at Steph Cumming, and an offensive foul is called as Steph Cumming is sent sprawling to the floor. Kate Gaze not happy with the call. But it looked like
she really had nowhere to go there, Gaze.
Looked like Cumming had good position, and Gaze was a little bit out of control with the dribble. The margin is 16. A lot of work to do though for the Rangers.
Canberra's defense is still tough and hard.
It's almost manic in the way they're attacking Dandenong. Malott, the little handoff for Blitzarves, who retreats and then goes strong at Tolo, who got a little piece of that on the way through. Blitzarves wanted a foul call and it was never going to come. They do come up with it on the baseline, the Rangers.
Shot selection's a little bit off there.
Just hope Sarah doesn't go into thinking she has to do it all herself to get them back into it. As Amy Clydesdale lands heavily. The foul will be called on Lauren Mansfield. I suspect it'll be for a push.
Fouls on Canberra number 5, Lauren Mansfield.
You've got to be allowed that space to land in that vertical plane, and Lauren Mansfield didn't attempt to tunnel her, but was like a tunnel.
Now, I like the cheering that's coming from this corner. All the crew here, the Vales Basketball Clubs.
Just over 8 minutes to play. Rangers needing some baskets. Cumming provides them with a 3. And cuts it back to 13.
Hopefully that'll give Rangers a bit of spark now.
Coming now with 14. Gaze off the dribble. Little feed for Roof, runs into Blitzarves. Malott look to provide double coverage. Mansfield, now the turnaround jumper's not bad at all. Lauren Mansfield's got 20.
That's an awesome shot.
Nilly.
The Rangers did everything right there. They played great D there inside. Mansfield just able to make that shot over the top.
Coming. Thought about feeding Malott. Kicks it back to Scherf. Shot clock at 7. Clydesdale pulls the trigger on the 3. Hits the back of the iron, and Sarah Blitzarves does all she can to keep it alive. Almost came crashing into our call bench.
I was ready for it.
Let's go, Rangers. Let's go.
I would have protected you, Trace.
Thanks.
Computer first, then you.
Yeah.
Wilson. Mansfield off the dribble, strong at the basket. Lauren Mansfield.
Having a game and a half. What a move.
She's got 22. She had 17 in round 1 in what was a 2-point loss for the Caps to the Rangers. Malott bounce pass to the corner for Cumming with the feet set. And Cumming with 17, but the margin is 14 as Mansfield with some sort of party move that doesn't fall, but she draws contact and will go to the line. for a couple of free throws.
That was a little bit of a Shelley Gorman shimmy there through the key. Did you see that?
I did.
Sorry, Shelley, if you're watching.
The Nunawading Facebook page during the week put up, I think, the 1989 team photo. There's some on a bad side.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Some handy names. As Lauren Mansfield knocks down the second of two. She's having some sort of afternoon with 24 points. Scherf, the little handoff for Cumming. Scherf wanted it back against the smaller Gaze. Now gets it dropped down low. Malott over the outstretched hands of Mariana Tolo. That's a fair shot. Tolo on the closeout. Malott with 10. Margin is 13 with just over 6 minutes to play. Well, they're trying to go 3 for 2 at the moment of the Rangers. They've found something from outside. As there's a bit going on off the ball between Scherf and Tolo, but it's Sarah Blitzarms who is picking up the foul. Second team foul on the Rangers.
Let's keep the noise going.
And you suspect that it's loud in here already, but it may get louder again, Tracy, if they can get this margin under 10, the Rangers.
Yeah, and there's every chance they can. They've just got to keep playing hard, keep doing the right things defensively.
Shot clock at 10. Gaze in the corner. Feeds for Tolo, who then gave it to Roof, who goes reverse. Hit high on the backboard, didn't hit the ring, and the shot clock goes off in the background, just as Kate Gaze was knocking down the shot. So a defensive stop there for the Rangers, but they need a couple more than that.
You want to get up and dance, let's keep the energy going in here, Ranger fans.
5:50 to play.
It's good to see Kate Gaze getting some court time today. I mean, she didn't get a lot of time in the last couple of seasons with Townsville. It's great to see her getting some time out there.
Of course. Spent some time at Australia's College, St Mary's.
Yes, Australia College, absolutely. Gosh, so many superstars.
Malott, the jumper, is good. The margin's 11. Ali Malott finding something. Now has 12 points.
Fantastic that Malott's given us another scoring option. Giving the Rangers another scoring option.
Gaze the feed down low for Tolo. Tolo now with 18.
And not only is Gaze a great shooter, she's smart with the ball, she's a great feeder. Good play there.
Cumming, feeds Todd Hunter. Time to set the feet, but leave it well short. Malott kept it alive. Blitzars went to go reverse, and Tolo
got another block.
Got a piece of it.
She's got to be in triple-double territory, doesn't she?
Rue finding herself in trouble in the backcourt. She may get an 8-second count, and she does. Malott and Blitzarves making life tough for Michaela Ruth and getting the stop.
And that's the sort of defensive effort that we would have loved to have seen from the Rangers in the first half.
So they've come alive here, Dandenong, but it may be too little too late. Still plenty of time. Blitzarves off the Scherf screen. Cumming, tough shot. Got it to fall. Cumming's got 19. Margin again 11.
In these situations, Steph Cumming is such a very good player. She's certainly been the go-to girl the last few weeks.
Gaze pulls up for the jumper. Got it to fall, Kate Gaze. She's got 7, and they push it back out again to 13. The Rangers just not getting a look at getting it inside double figures, and they're going to turn it over here.
Turnover.
As Todd Hunter goes sprawling to the floor. At the other end, and Todd Hunter gives up the foul. That's the third team foul with 4 minutes remaining in this final period. For McPherson and Kelly Solicitors, Commercial Litigation and Dispute Resolutions, Workplace Relations, www.mk.com.au. We've got a timeout called with 4 minutes and 1 to play in this round 5 clash from Dandenong Stadium. It's the University of Canberra Capitals 78 leading the Dandenong Rangers 65, 13-point buffer for the visitors, Tracy. It's going to be very hard here for the Rangers. They need probably 3 or 4 stops and to score off it to even probably get a look in here.
Yeah, you're right. It's going to be very tough. It can be done, but they're going to have to dominate at both ends of the ball for the next 4 minutes. And, you know, I can't see them being able to stop Tolo. She's just been dominant. Mansfield can't leave her open. This Canberra team have come out today just on a mission to make amends for last night.
Lauren Mansfield with 24 points, 5 rebounds and 5 assists in a very impressive performance. Mariana Tolo, 18 points, 10 rebounds, 7 dimes. I'd love to find her 3 assists in the last 4 minutes. Get her a triple-double. The contribution of Carly Wilson, who's coming in, was only averaging 4 points a game. Gives them 12, all from outside. Margins 13.
Yeah, Carly loves playing at Dandenong. She's very familiar with this court. She's won a couple of titles here, so she's feeling good today.
93 games in green and gold.
Let's keep the energy going, Ranger fans.
You know, I know I've said this a couple of times, but I'd really like to see them try and, you know, make the most of the fact that Tolo's in foul trouble and get that fourth, get that fifth.
Mansfield, the feed for Tolo. He's able to give a little pass off for Roof. It's blocked by Scherf. And they get a stop. The Dandenong Rangers coming. Thought about the feed to Malott, who then just shook their head and said, no, give it to me here. Blitzarves. The feed down low. Scherf strong, can't get it to go. Wilson the rebound, and the clock now the enemy of the Dandenong Rangers. Off the dribble, Mansfield gets the screen of Tolo. Shot clock at 3. Gaze, 4-3. Too much. Scherf couldn't haul in the rebound. Trying to keep it alive and doing a wonderful job is Mansfield, and she's able to hook it back into the thigh of Sarah Blitzarves, and it bounces out of court.
Capitals ball. Come on, Rangers.
Lauren Mansfield playing with plenty of energy.
Let's go.
Played all but 2 minutes of this one. Strong Mansfield. Tried to throw it up with the right hand. Hint of a foul maybe from Todd Hunter. It wasn't called. But we're inside 3 minutes and it's still a 13-point Canberra advantage. Todd Hunter wants an on-ball screen, telling Ellie Malott to dive. Have to go herself now. Todd Hunter finds herself under the basket. And with Michaela Roof in the land of the Giants, coming strong at the basket. Tolo, a massive rebound, flying through, and picks up the foul at the same time. Rebound number 11 for Mariana Tolo, as Lauren Scherf picks up her 4th foul.
There is no way anybody else is going to get close to that board then.
Hauling her 196-centimetre frame at it. 2:37 to play, and this one's almost in the keeping of the Caps. Remembering last year they went 2-22. They're on the verge of win number 4 in the opening 5 rounds of the season.
This would be a very encouraging start for the Capitals as a team, as a club, coming off a pretty poor season last year.
Shot clock at 4. They're using all of the clock. Mansfield now pulling up for the shot and putting this one to bed with a 3. And it's Lauren Mansfield now with 27.
Did you hear her say backboard then? I didn't.
There was no call of bank, but it doesn't matter. Don't paint a picture, just put it on the score sheet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Blitzarves strong at Tolo, tried to draw contact. Didn't get the call and didn't get the basket to fall either, and this one is done. The Caps are going to pick up win number 4 and put themselves well and truly in the mix. Mansfield. Roof, extra pass. Wilson. To nearly put the cherry on top, couldn't do so. And we're inside the final 90 seconds. Clydesdale. Malott, long 2 and gets it to drop. She's got 14.
It's good to see her getting involved in the scoring.
This second half will be good for her confidence. Yep. And these two teams are going to go at it again in 6 days' time in Regional Traralgon, as Clydesdale knocked that from the grasp of Mansfield, but straight onto the foot of Ali Malott and out of court.
Give it up for Lauren Sherv coming out.
So Lauren Sherv sits down, Jacinta Kennedy back in.
I would have liked to have seen that sub made perhaps a couple of minutes ago. Give Jacinta a chance to get in there and
Michaela
take
Ruth
on Tolo.
hit the floor and gets a chance now to put up a 3 with 1 left on the shot clock. Blitzarves the rebound. Cumming for 3, and she knocks it down. Steph Cumming.
Stay with it, Rachel Fitz.
She's got 22. Margin is 11, but we've only got 40 seconds to play. So kudos to Paul Goris and what he's done with this squad, and especially after the disappointing performance last night in Bendigo. And Lauren Mansfield going strong to the basket, and she's got 29.
She's unstoppable, or has been today.
Some sort of afternoon from Lauren Mansfield. As the margin's 13, Steph Cumming with the 3. Blitzarves flying through for the rebound. She wants to put up a 3. Hits the back of the rim. Mansfield the rebound and will dribble this one out. And maybe fitting that Lauren Mansfield's got the Spalding in hand. Gives it off to the veteran Wilson. Will Carly jack it up? She'll just hold on to it. And the Canberra Capitals come to Dandenong off a 12-point loss to Bendigo, and they split their Victorian Road double with a big 13-point win over their hometown Rangers. The University of Canberra Capitals 83, Dandenong 70. Tracy Browning, the Caps, very impressive, not just offensively in putting up 83 points, but their defensive performance was outstanding.
Yeah, you would have to say that they were pretty dominant at both ends of the floor for pretty much 4 quarters. You know. They managed to out-hustle Dandenong and took them out of their offense. Tolo was fantastic. Mansfield was awesome. Really what can I say? It was such a positive performance, and kudos to the guys, seeing them to turn that around for a loss. What can you say? That's off.
Lauren Mansfield with 29 points, 6 rebounds and 5 assists was absolutely outstanding. Mariana Tolo, 18 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. And Carly Wilson, the veteran, gained 346, and I reckon she might have enjoyed this one on a court she knows well. A 2-time championship player here at Dandenong, finishing with 12 points, all from beyond the arc. For the Rangers, Steph Cumming with 22 points leading the way. Sarah Blitzarves and Ali Malott both with 14. Blitzarves with 11 rebounds and Steph Cumming with 6 dimes. The Caps shooting it at 48%, including 40% behind the arc. They were 10 of 25 from outside. The Rangers shooting at 41%, but going just 5 of 17 from the land of plenty at 5 of 17. But the number that will stick out for many is the rebound count. It was a plus 10 in favour of the University of Canberra Capitals. We touched on it pre-game, Tracy, that the rebounding was going to be crucial for the Caps if they were to get the W, and it has proven that way.
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody knew coming into this game that Tyler was going to be the one that would potentially be the difference and needed to be stopped. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that. She was just a superstar today. Rangers need to go home now, and in 6 days' time, they've got to take away from what they've learned from this game. Their defence has got to be a lot better. The first half defensively they were terrible. But full credit to Canberra. This is a great game by them.
What do they have to work on? They've got 6 days to readjust for Canberra and Traralgon. What's going to be the focus of Larissa this week?
Look, I think that they've got to get back to that hustling defence that they played in the first few rounds. And like we were saying before, they were playing catch-up again. We've had a few bad starts this season, so that's probably something that they need to work on. Come out strong and tough in the first 10 minutes and take control of the game and really get that good lead.
Hopefully Nat Novosel not too far away from returning.
Hopefully she's back for next week.
As well as she recovers from a knee issue, hasn't played since back in round 2, so fingers crossed for that. One more game to be played this weekend, and you can catch it on the Perth Lynx YouTube live stream. They're taking on the Melbourne Boomers. I reckon there might be some Rangers fans who'd be quite happy to watch Perth and the Boomers battle it out this afternoon. So the Rangers with Canberra and Traralgon next week, and then a home game against the Boomers here on the 20th of November in round 7 at Dandenong Stadium, while for the Caps, of course, Dandenong down at Traralgon next week, and then a home game against Townsville to come. It's It's been fun. For those who follow the baby blue of the University of Canberra Capitals, not so much for those who follow Rangers green, with the result going to the visitors, 83-70. Tracy, great to see you as always. Always a pleasure to work with a 5-time WNBL champion. Look forward to catching you next time on Rangers Live. We've been here thanks to Jayco. Don't forget, you can catch us on Facebook, WNBL, Dandenong Jayco Rangers, Twitter at Jayco Rangers, or whack JK Rangers into Instagram as well. For all the team here from Dandenong Stadium, where it was a 13-point win for the University of Canberra Capitals, I've been Stephen King. You've been watching Rangers Live.